Hey everybody, I'm back again today, and I thought I'd play the next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, which is Turtles in Time. So I'd already played the first arcade game, so I'm going to go ahead and throw some credit in. The credits work a little differently in this game than it did in the first arcade game, because the first one you throw credits in, then you would press start and you would add lives to your name. So basically the credits would be for anybody if you was in the arcade and you just put a bunch of quarters in. But I want to go ahead and start the game, and I'll probably play this time as Donatello.
This is April O'Neil reporting.
And of course Shredder's up to no good again.
Hey, Krang! Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag!
This game's got great graphics and sound. It's probably one of my favorite arcade games, and one of my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. I feel like the combat, the fighting is better than the first arcade game. This time you can throw enemies towards the screen, which is really fun. You have to watch out for these balls that fall down. They can smush you. That didn't really help against this guy.
Pizza time!
There is a Super Nintendo game like this, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. It's pretty much the same game as this, but it's slightly different. Some of the level layout's different, and the bosses are different in that game.
Prepare to die!
Which I think they just added more levels in it since they were selling it for the home version. This was the arcade game, and usually they're a little shorter. I don't have to worry too much about dying in this version because you can just keep putting credits in. In the Super Nintendo version, you only have so many lives, and then you have to continue, and then you get so many continues.
Terminate the turtles.
I believe your health bar in the Super Nintendo version is just a little longer. Of course, this game, I'm playing the 2-player version. There is a 4-player version, and you can play it 4 people at the same time. Super Nintendo is only 2 players. The 2-player version and 4-player version is exactly the same. Just the number of turtles you can have on screen at the same time.
Pizza time!
Okay, he's defeated.
Alley Cat Blues!
Now onto the streets.
Cool off, sucker!
I feel like I do a lot better in this version with this game compared to the first arcade game. Maybe just because I played this one more.
This cave is creepy.
Need that pizza. Alright. Just had like 1 bar of health left. Like, this game and the Super game has some different enemies in it, and I always wondered why they had different enemies, and I'm just figuring it's something to do with the licensing. Like maybe for the home console they were able to get some more licensing for characters. But the Super Nintendo game doesn't have some of the voice, like not all the voice work in it, I guess. It has some, but not all of it from this game. Okay, I'm almost to the boss now. I think it's Metalhead.
I'm going to mangle you green.
And up to here, like, the game's almost the same as the Super Nintendo version. But then after this level, it'll change it up a little bit. Say, his fighting technique's different too. Like, he's more active when he fights than the Super Nintendo version. Oh, I was gonna get that pizza before I died. I'll just save it for the next one. Once I beat him real fast. He's got a lot of health though.
Pizza time.
He's wrecking me. I think I finally got him. Looks really neat when they explode with all the special effects on the screen.
My toes, my toes.
Man, I miss those pizzas.
My toes.
Always miss the pizzas a lot on this level. Just because I'm not expecting them and then I pass them.
My toes! Pizza time!
Got that pizza. I don't even need it, but it just died. Sometimes these guys could be hard to hit. Just depends on if you're like standing where they're coming up out of the water at. So there's a lot more of them in this version than in the Super Nintendo version. But as a Super game, the last boss of this level is the Rat King, which he's absent from this version. And then also, this doesn't happen in the Super game. You go to the Technodrome next, and there's like a whole level in the Technodrome. Then you fight Shredder, which is like he's off screen, and he's like shooting at you. And then that's when he banishes you to the Time Warp. But now the rest of the game is you just go through different time periods and work your way back to the Technodrome. And fight. I think you fight Crane again in this version and Shredder. When I have to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist on Sega Genesis sometime. Because that game is kind of like this game in a way, but it's different. It's like its own different thing. There's a few similarities between this version, or this game, and the first arcade game. I just know you go through the levels and then you fight like bosses, and then at the end you have like a gauntlet where you have to go through all the bosses again.
Pizza power! Forgot the sun cream. Pizza time.
See, I'm to the boss already, which is some kind of clay monster. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it was in the comics or the television show. I just don't know who this guy is. I know he's like a clay monster. It kind of reminds me of Clayface from Batman. I think he's supposed to be like some primordial ooze thing. This is the Super Nintendo version. You fight Slash right
I
now.
just had a shower.
I always like Donatello in this game just because he has, I like his weapon. He kind of has a reach to him. Of course, if you play as Raphael, he's got the size, so I don't know if his reach is the same. I just feel like Donatello and Leonardo have like a better reach. Other than that, I think most of like the jumping and stuff's the same. It doesn't matter which turtle you pick. think the next level is... Yeah, it's the pirate ship.
Skull and Crossbones.
Which this is the level with Slash. Or the boss in this level is Slash. But in the Super Nintendo version, this level is the boss is Skull and Crossbones, which is Bebop and Rocksteady dressed up like pirates. You have to watch out for the boards with the... It's got like a little piece of wood over it, because those boards will come up if you walk over it. Which I want to do it here in a second, just to show what it looks like. Once I get this guy off the screen. Okay.
Duh, my nose.
Which is funny. I like the animation to it. If you stand in one spot too long, Splinter keeps coming by, he's like, hurry. But if you don't move, eventually like bombs will just start falling. It's like missiles will just blow you up. Which I know why they do that. It's because it's an arcade game and they just don't want someone to put like quarters in and then just not move the screen any, I guess. So basically it's just the way to end the game if you're not playing. This, because this will help. While you're spinning like that, you're invincible. I'd really like to throw these guys more often. It's like you have to hit them, they will like crouch over, then you have to like hit them again. But you have to be like close enough to them to throw them. Say the jump kicks work a little better in this game than they do in the first one. There's still sometimes a lot of guys will be on the screen at once. And you kind of get overwhelmed with them. Yeah, okay, that's what I was trying to do. There's like a flutter attack. It's like once he does a spin in the air, you can start attacking. So I'm already tipped into this level. Levels aren't necessarily long. Oh, it's not Slash, it is Toka and Razor. The little silhouette thing at the beginning kind of looked like Slash. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think Bebop and Rocksteady is in this game. They are in the Super game, but not this one. Which makes it like one of the few Ninja Turtle games that doesn't have Bebop and Rocksteady. Because I think they're in all of the original Turtle games on the original Nintendo, except for the Tournament Fighter game. They do have a lot of health. His health should be almost gone too. I think that does it. I think this is the train level,
Bury my shell at Wounded Knee.
which you fight Leatherhead at the end. Knock these barrels, knock these guys out of the way. I think after this level you go to the future. It's a Neon Knight Riders.
I feel seasick.
Hit those barrels, get those guys out of the way. There's enough of them as it is. Now we got rock soldiers running around on the train.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
And all the rock soldiers, I don't think you can slam against the ground or throw at the screen. I'm trying to throw the guys at the screen more often, but it doesn't always, I can't always get it to work. I can do it better on Super Nintendo version, like throw the guys at the screen.
Pizza time.
I think this one is just a little bit more fast-paced, like how the guys move faster. I feel like I don't know if you attack faster in this version.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
I need to get these guys over to this fireworks box. I didn't get anybody except for one. One of my favorite arcade style beat 'em up games of all time is I really like the Double Dragon game on Nintendo. It's just a really great Nintendo game. Like the first one. And the second one's pretty good too. I've not really played that one very much, but I never like maybe played the third one maybe once or twice. The first one's a really great game.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
But it's hard. It's like a hard game, but 'cause I've beaten it. It's really it doesn't really get hard until the last level.
Oh, goody. Pizza time.
And if they gave you like some continues or something, or a few extra more lives, then it wouldn't really be too difficult to beat the game. It's just that you have to pretty much have all your lives when you get to the end. I want to play that, do a playthrough of that sometime. Seems like he's not taking as many hits as the other bosses did. And he's already dead. compared to the other bosses, he's not too bad.
Neon Night Riders.
Neon Knight Riders. 2020 80, which is in almost 2 years. Like 2 years and 1 month and so many days. It's another like kind of like a sewer board, like the board in the sewer. This time you're like hovering. I thought the game froze for a minute. It like paused. I was gonna be like, that would be unfortunate. This is these guys again. The Rock'em Sock'em Robot guys. Which I don't remember from any episode of the television show. I don't remember foot soldiers and helicopters either. Yeah, this game's like really great. Cause for like an arcade beat 'em up game, it never really gets tiresome because I could play this over and over again. You can see Crane in the background.
Face the wrath of Super Crane.
Yeah, this is where you fight Crane. Noah's suit or his body gets damaged and he takes off. Then you go to the next level. And he's just like wrecking me here. Like stuck over in the corner. Just don't know if there's like any way to like just be like really good at fighting these bosses. I guess just like hit them and move out of the way or something. I guess I just get impatient and want to keep attacking them. Just kind of watch them, I guess, and see what kind of attack they're about ready to do. He like kind of does that clapping thing. You have to move out of the way for it. And then he does the kick. Then he like spits that out of his mouth. Or shoots rockets. Should be about done. There he is.
You're going to pay. Cowabunga!
Another stage complete. I think this is a spaceship where no turtle has gone before.
Starbase, where no turtle
Yep.
has gone before.
Starbase.
I'm trapped! No! I'm trapped! No! I'm trapped! I'm trapped!
It's a pizza.
Pizza
Or a bomb
power!
thing. I need a pizza. That cleared the area. I don't care about getting the pizza too much because I can just get more credits if I need it. I guess one thing you can say about this game is that it doesn't really have too much of a variety of enemies. Most of them is foot soldiers that are just different colors.
I feel
And they got
seasick.
robots and rock soldiers. And then different types of rock soldiers where like they have different weapons, but it's really no big deal. It's just add-on. And I guess I mean they have different kinds of robots like this guy over here shooting lasers at me. I don't know what that green thing is. It keeps going across. I think it's something that the foot soldiers are carrying and then they're throwing them. And they're coming back at me. If I can get this guy off the screen. Like when there's just a few guys, it's manageable, but then when there's like 6 or 7 guys on the screen, I just get wrecked. I wonder if anybody could play this game just on one life. That would be interesting.
Pizza time!
Like a one life thing. I'd say it's gotta be impossible. It's just like really, really good, but I don't know. I mean, if you could hit the enemies and not get hit, you could probably do that. I just don't see it's just hard not to get hit when you're fighting. Unless you have like more than one person playing with you maybe. It could be a little easier.
Pizza power!
I know you don't want to get hit by those. That happens. Okay, we made it to the boss room.
Ooh, I feel seasick.
try to throw some credits on it.
Electric shell! I'm trapped!
Run out of lives.
Anyone got a
Fight
pin?
Crane again. I don't think he's as hard as the other version of Crane. I've died so many times to when Crane's in his body.
Anyone got a pin?
He's already starting to flash a little bit.
Anyone got a pin?
Keep getting hit by the bubble attack.
I'm trapped! Anyone got a pin? I'm trapped! Anyone got a pin?
He has a lot of health too. So I think I'm finally about having now. A few more hits.
Anyone got a pin?
There he is.
That holds
Just a
our way
pile of rubble
home.
now.
Let's go!
I think this is the last level of Technodrome.
Technodrome, the final shell shock.
1991. You don't even have to go through the Technodrome, it just takes you right to Shredder.
Turtle Suit, my
I
favorite.
like this boss battle with Shredder more than I did the first one in the first arcade game. This is probably the best Shredder fight in the Monster Turtle game. I guess they made him way more awesome than they did in the cartoon show. I don't know what the point was of him stealing the Statue of Liberty. It doesn't really say, but he just takes it and then it's right there. He keeps it inside the Technodrome. You can also do this like kick attack if you hold down the jump and like attack button at the same time.
Where's my rattle?
Yeah, he's defeated.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, our 4 reptilian heroes, have overcome the Arc villain
And he
Shredder.
puts the Statue of Liberty back. And that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, it's not my top favorite, but it's, you know, a really great game. And I recommend anyone playing it that hasn't, that likes beat 'em ups or they like Ninja Turtles. It's just a really good game to play. I feel like it has good replay value where you can play it again and again or play it with somebody you know, and it's always fun to play. But that completes my playthrough, and I think I'm gonna end this video now. Of course, the game is made by Konami.
3 a.m.
Once you beat the game, you can just continue playing again, and you keep your score. So I think it's just kind of like you can keep going and going and going, and just to see how high a score you could get. But I'll be back again with another video later. So thanks for watching.